So they just fly to Egypt. Oh. Yeah, that would have made sense.
Yes, it would have, wouldn't it?
What? Yeah, this flying robot who can turn into a jet, he can teleport.
Hey guys, Dennis Mockin here. Thanks for hanging out. Today's reaction to the latest pitch meeting. This is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Now, I'm really surprised that they're doing this now because it has been a long time since this movie has come out. But it'll also be a lot of fun to revisit this movie as I haven't seen this movie in years. And it'll also be interesting to see just how much is wrong with this one in comparison to the first Transformers movie. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, please go over and support Screen Rant and Ryan George's channels. I'll leave both those links along with link to the original video in the description. And since you're already here, you might as well support me as well. And since you're already here, you might as well support me as well. I know everybody in here who isn't currently subscribed does, though, that you'll help me reach my goal of hitting 6,000 subscribers. It's very easy. All you gotta do is go right below this video. First, give the like button some love and subscribe for more daily reactions. Without any further ado, let's go.
So, you have a Transformers sequel for me? I got a bunch of explosive action scenes with some dialogue in between that kind of explains why they're happening. Oh, that's close enough for sure. So what happens in this thing? Well, the US military's working with the Autobots to take on Decepticons around the world, right? Okay. So these humans are in a huge fight and Shanghai is just getting destroyed. Very cool. So then they release Optimus Prime and he just kicks a bunch of butt, straight up executes a Decepticon on the spot. Why didn't they unleash him in the first place? Because that works. Yep. So then the US government manages to cover up the fact that there was a giant robot fight, which is what they did with whatever happened in the first movie too. How'd they manage that? I mean, giant robots crashed through city buildings in broad daylight in front of thousands of people. Yeah, well, I mean, they do all that stuff off screen and in between movies, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, is that how that works? It is. So anyway, we're gonna meet up with Sam Witwicky, and he's getting ready to go to college. Oh, he is? Yeah, so we're gonna spend a bunch of time with his parents and their dogs who won't stop humping each other. This all sounds like stuff that people want to see in a Transformers movie, sure. But then it turns out that Sam has a shard of the Allspark stuck on his sweater. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this thing burns through the floor and lands on the kitchen table. It doesn't burn through that? For some reason it doesn't, and then it turns all the appliances into robots and imprints stuff onto Sam's brain because he touched it. That happens from touching a sliver of the Allspark. Wasn't he holding the entire thing in the last movie? There's no way for me to check that.
No,
well, then Sam tells Bumblebee that he can't come to college with him, and Bumblebee does that thing where he talks through the radio. Didn't he get his voice back at the end of the last movie? Well, okay, I mean, how am I supposed to remember every single thing that happened in the first movie? Well, I mean, you can watch the first movie.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I put a bagel in my DVD player. Oh, okay. Well, it might work if you take the bagel out.
Yeah, sure.
I doubt it, because then I put the DVD player in the oven and set it to broil, because I still wanted the bagel.
That's just... okay.
Fair. Well, okay, I guess we'll do whatever we want in this one then. That's what I'm thinking. So what else happens? Oh, well, the Decepticons use another shard from the Allspark to bring Megatron back to life from the bottom of the ocean. Isn't the Allspark what killed him in the last movie? All right, listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to either get me a new DVD player or get all the way off my back about the last movie. Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing. So anyway, then Sam's parents bring him to college and his mom accidentally eats a pot brownie, so she immediately tackles someone, which is maybe how those things affect people. It might be. And then eventually Sam starts seeing all these crazy symbols because of the Allspark, and this hot girl starts to show some real interest in him. Nice. And so then they start making out, and his girlfriend Michaela walks in, but then it turns out this hot girl is a Decepticon, so they have to run away. Decepticons can take the form of humans? Walking, talking humans, sir.
Apparently.
Yeah, they do that all the time. Why pretend to be cars to blend in? Unclear. Well, okay then. So then eventually Optimus Prime saves Sam, but he gets killed by Megatron. Oh, so they use the Allspark sliver to revive him? Nope. Why not? I don't know. Fair enough. So then what happens? Also, we're gonna find out that Megatron has a boss, and his name is the Fallen. And what's his deal? Well, he wants to come to Earth and harvest the sun, and only a Prime can kill him. Why? Oh, because reasons. Understandable, sure. And so to use this sun harvesting machine, he needs to find something called the Matrix of Leadership. Oh, another thingy. We got a bunch of thingies in these movies. We sure do, sir. So a long time ago, a bunch of Primes used their own dead bodies as a barrier to hide this thing. The only ones who can kill the Fallen are Primes, and they all killed themselves. That's the strategy they went with. So they had both this Matrix thing and the Sun Harvester machine in the pyramids in Egypt. They killed themselves, the only ones who can kill the Fallen, and then left the key to his death machine right next to the death machine. Yeah, in Egypt, in the pyramids. Wow, well, it's gonna be hard for the main character to get to Egypt from the States. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely the inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, they find find this old Decepticon who turned good, and his name is Jetfire. Oh, so he can turn into a jet. He can turn into a jet. So they just fly to Egypt. Oh. Yeah, that would have made sense.
Yes, it would have, wouldn't it?
What? Yeah, this flying robot who can turn into a jet, he can teleport, so that's how they're gonna get there. Okay, so then a lot of these pages just say the word explosion. What's gonna explode? Oh, just all of it, I guess.
Yeah.
That works. And then some bad robots are gonna combine into a really big robot called Devastator, and this thing's like a big vacuum. Oh no. Yeah, and so like some human characters will hide behind a van and stuff, and this thing will just inhale that van no problem. Oh, selective sucking is tight.
Oh!
Gross. And then this Devastator thing's gonna be on top of a pyramid, and that guy Simmons from the last movie, he's gonna be like, I am directly below the enemy scrotum. Oh, this Transformer has a scrotum. Yeah, this Transformer has a scrotum. Well, all right, we'll have somebody from the visual effects team spend hours and hours making robot testicles. I think it's important to use a chunk of the budget on a robot scrotum. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, so then the really bad robot's gonna come to Earth because he wants to blow up the sun using the pyramids. These are things that you've written, and we're gonna spend a lot of money to bring them to life.
Yeah,
That's
apparently.
what's happening here, and nobody's stopping it. So then that Simmons guy, he's gonna call the Navy and be like, I used to be in a secret organization and you need to listen to me. Okay. And then he's like, I need you to fire your massive railgun at the Pyramid of Giza. And they're like, all right, let's do it. The Navy fires at one of the wonders of the world because a stranger told them to? That's right, sir.
Apparently,
wow,
yes.
Wow. And then Sam's gonna end up dying. That's fatal. Actually, no, it's not, sir. See, he goes to robot heaven and some robots are like, hey, Sam, congrats. Now you've earned the ability to use the Matrix. So then he comes back to life and revives Optimus. Shia LaBeouf's gonna go to robot heaven and we're gonna immortalize that image in cinematic history. Yeah, and so now that Optimus is alive, he's gonna kick everybody's butts and it's gonna be practically impossible to understand what's going on visually. Very cool. And then right before he kills the Fallen, you know what he's gonna say? Something cool, I bet. He's gonna say, give me your face. And then Megatron escapes because we're gonna need him for sequels probably. Of course. And so that's about it. What do you think? Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, you know? Probably not the best movie of the year, but not the worst. But not the worst.
What was the worst? 2010 Razzie Award winners announced. The winners of the 2010 Golden Raspberry Awards have been revealed. Read on to find out the winners and losers, and apparently Transformers was a big loser here as far as like worst picture of the year is concerned. Wow, okay, so there is just so much to unpack here. A lot of the same issues, what that was wrong with the first movie was there. Things were randomly happening, it didn't really make any sense, typical Michael Bay film fashion. A lot of things were exploding, a lot of sexualizing of different moments and things were in this movie. I believe this was the one that had Megan Fox on that motorcycle. If you've seen the scene, you know what I'm talking about. And of course, you know, having to talk about the testicles. Even get it out, it's so freaking ridiculous. And we can't he didn't even speak about like the ramifications of blowing up one of the wonders of the world, coming from the fact that this was an American vessel who shot at it. I don't even know, like, they must have violated some sort of peace treaty, some sort of trade agreement that's probably going to cause many different wars in the future, but if you've seen the movie, it's obviously not going to happen. But, yeah, when I originally saw this, it seemed okay, because when you first seen a movie like this, especially when I saw it in my 20s, I was just sort of watching like, oh, look, big explosions. Oh, hot girls. Oh, all of this other things. Like, oh, okay, just give me more of that, please. But then, like, going back and seeing it and seeing just all of the stuff that just didn't really make any sense and just trying to rationalize it now with no explanation behind any of it, you know, that's why this right here is very appropriate. But that will do it for me here. But before I go, though, I wanted to give a huge shout out to all of my $5 and up supporters on Patreon. Marvin Espinoza, Cruising, Wolverine310, and Kevster Cronage, aka Kevin Crone. Thank you guys so much. And if you too would like to have your name read at the end of each and every one of my videos, along with many other goodies, please head on over to patreon.com/DennisMachon and become a Patreon supporter today. And with that being said, comment down below. Let me know, do you think this was worthy of a Razzie Award? please leave a like if you enjoyed. Also, want to see past reactions I've done to other pitch meetings? Got a nice playlist right over there full of videos for you. Share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, your notification bell because I put new videos every single day, and I'll see you guys next time.